Okay, so we have a continuation of last night's projects video. I went ahead and got the computer moved over, got the GE LCD hooked up. I do not have the touchscreen part of it hooked up yet, as it needs, I do not have a serial RS-232 null modem cable. So anyway, we have the it's actually like 10.5 feet by 6 feet, but it'll cut a 8 foot by 4 foot sheet. That's, again, like I said, this is number one. Hey, there's the garage, there's a shop dog. Some toroid transformers. These are they're just strictly isolation transformers at this point. I have two of those guys. One's buried underneath there with the extra mill parts that are no longer needed. So like I said, I have this area cleaned off. I will be hooking up the second monitor to this guy over here, and I'll use a KVM switch to switch between that monitor or this PC and another PC for that second monitor. PC in particular that I'm speaking of is BeagleBone Black Rev B. Hopefully I'll be getting a couple of Rev C's here pretty soon. Got his Ilotechs, and again, I shouldn't even say their name. Scratch that, you didn't hear that. I have a breakout board for the BeagleBone Black parallel port board that I'll be playing with. This guy here, I want to actually make it auto feed, not necessarily CNC, but I want to be able to put a couple smaller steppers on there and do auto feed. So I got the projects on the list are rewinding 120 to 120 toroidal transformers, so that I'm getting about 80 volts, roughly 80 volts, 90 volts, maybe I'll go up to 90. So I need to get a bunch of capacitors. I'll be using old junk power supplies for capacitors, and I'll be wiring a bunch of them up, a bunch of the capacitors up to get to my 20,000 millifarad or microfarad or whatever. I have the Paxton Patterson CNC. There's one driver bad on there, and a couple of parts need to be basically just refinished, and that'll be good to go. For this guy to even continue working on it, I'm waiting on screws. So yeah, that's going to be the 90 volt toroidal transformer is for this guy right there. That's the 90 volt stepper driver, and even though I did already say the name of it once, I'm gonna refrain from doing that again. Oh, no audio. Oh, I got a actual spindle motor there, or what passes as a spindle motor in the Chinese world. Got the variable frequency drive for it over there. Alright, a couple more monitors there. One of them, actually, I would love to be able to get to use. It came off of an MRI, but I cannot figure out the pinouts for them sliders. That would have been, like, cool. Alright, out to the portable shop here, portable shed. Wires from inside the house. Alright, this is a mill that or a lathe, I'm sorry, that I've had for quite some time. I got started on it, never really did anything with it. Never really went anywhere with it. So it's pretty much been sitting. And in Florida, well, if something sits, it gets rust on it. It'll clean right up. I have no issues with it. It's a ball door 3-phase motor on there. I got the stepper motor mounted at one point in time using the regular lead screw. I'll be swapping that all out for ball screw drive. Geez, just stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. Let's see here. This guy right here, 4-inch grinder from Harbor Freight. And again, they didn't sponsor me, so I shouldn't be even saying their name. That guy will be going. I think that guy will actually be getting replacing the spindle motor on the mini mill. So we got a lot of projects to work on. Got a lot of projects to get done and finished. Last night, as promised, I went ahead and got a driver set up and hooked up. This guy right here, I don't know if I'm totally happy with it. This guy came all bent up like that, and a chunk of solder fell out in the box when I opened it up. But just a little solder bead, just a little solder ball, but still a little bit nerve-wracking. Anyway, it tuned or tested out at 24.1 volts. Ended up going to Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, general hardware store, and picked up some screws to get everything mounted up here and here and here today. So I'll be playing with that today. And getting some limit switches hooked up. I think I'm going to use, I'm not sure if I'm going to use optical or mechanical limit switches. I'll probably start out with the mechanical limit switches and switch over to optical at some point in time. I got like 6 optic limit switches. So go ahead, give me a vote. What do you want to see me doing first? Another project is rewiring the whole sound system, stereo system, so that my controls are over here, and then running the audio cable up and over. Oh yeah, the beautiful insulation. You gotta have something in Florida, and it just sucks. It's hot already, and it's like May. It's been hot for months actually. Along the 3D printing front, I have a bunch of Meteor coolers here, heaters, coolers, what have you. Thermoelectric device that'll actually get hot on one side, cold on the other side. I'll be running those through water blocks, and then up to a heat head on the mega printer mill that I'm going to start developing, working on here in the next couple of weeks. That'll be 4 or 5 nozzle Bowden extruder. Be running that off of BeagleBone or standard PC and EMC. I'm going to look into using Arduino through the BeagleBone to actually get my temperature controls, and again through Linux CNC EMC. I'm kind of used to calling it. But yeah, so far we're not having too bad of a day. I'm not, again, I have to comment on this guy. I'm not totally happy with it. It does work, it does drive. I'll be using these guys here on the router build. These come from a company that I won't name again because they're not sponsoring me, and actually they're kind of wanker jerk-offs. I bought another router, similar size, similar build design and everything, a few years ago, and these came on it. I replaced them with higher voltage drives from another company, and well, So I called up these guys last week to try to get the resistor values for the current limiting, because these are covered over with some stickers that won't come off unless you peel the stickers off. And as you can see, I'm only able to read the last few numbers there. I mean, I'm sure I can get pretty close, but I'd rather be right on the money. But anyway, I've yet to hear a call back from them. I know they don't sell those components anymore. Regardless, it's still the same company. The number that's on the drive is disconnected. I actually had to do some Google searching for the number, which came up with a PDF flyer on CNC Zone for their wares and products and kits. And then more Google searching returned their current phone number, address, and everything. And again, no word yet from them back on them. So yeah, that's that. Oh, and here's a serial port breakout board. Again, also sold by them. And or it was at one point in time. Anyway, there's no distinguishing markings on it or anything like that. So I can't, not that I would really necessarily want to, but yeah, I can't even get this to, I wouldn't even be able to get this to work. There's nothing that I could do about it. Alright, well, that's that. Like I said, please post some comments, suggestions. Besides clean the shop, I'm trying. I'm working on it. Get off my balls, people. Get off my balls. And yeah, have a good day.